Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Keith Robinson.
Welcome to another edition of Diggin Deep. I'm your host, Keith Robinson. And I wanted to share something with y'all today because, hey, when I get something, if you get something, if you don't give it, then it ain't a gift. So hopefully today I'll be giving something in the form of a gift. Now, I was in the grocery store. Well, let me back up. I'm going to put on a pair of jeans today. I'm serious. And I put on this pair of jeans that I hadn't worn in a long time. So I reach in the pocket. What do I find? What we call it, blessings. Won't he do it type of thing. I found $20. Well, I got that $20. And of course, what is it doing? It's burning a hole in my pocket. I got to go spend this $20. So, okay, I'm going to go to the store and just give me some Zuzus and Wham Whams. Nothing in particular. I'm just going to go to the store and buy me a few things because I got $20 hot. So, we're using Apple Pay now and we're using plastic and, we're using our phone to scan the reader. So I'd gotten out of the habit of waiting for my change. So as I'm walking off, I grab my bag and I'm walking off and the cashier says, sir, excuse me, you forgot your change. And I thought, I laughed at myself because I really forgot. I didn't think about it because of the habits I've been in of spending money. So I just told her, you keep it. Oh, she says, thank you. Don't mention it. So as I'm walking to the car, I got to thinking, I told her to keep my change. And I said, okay, that was a good deed. But then I got to digging deep a little bit. And I thought, change. Okay, currency, the money left over from the currency owed, right? Well, there's another definition of change. Y'all know I like to get into definitions because I really believe that we're so used to using words that are very common in our life and we don't always know the origin of the word or the true definition. So I want to read something to y'all. Change. What is the best definition of change? Change, alter, vary, modify means to make or become different. Change implies making either an essential difference, often amounting to a loss, and this is important, of original identity or a substitution of one thing for another. Now, with that definition being read, I wanted to pose this to you. In an altercation or an argument in a relationship, regardless of the relationship, if there's a disagreement, especially a recurring disagreement, then that means something has been acknowledged, but someone's not changing. There's not being any change. And of course, y'all know I'm not talking about money now. But see, that's very important because it really got me to thinking. When you don't change, see, relationships, they keep straining because someone refuses to change. And see, change is hard for some people because it forces you to do something different. And we have people that are what? Set in their ways, stubborn, hard-headed. All of that prevents change. Now, so with that being said, I thought, that same change stops people from coming to or going to the kingdom. Now, what do I mean? Well, you got people that say, man, that pastor is crooked, so I'm not giving him my change. Man, I got to tithe 10% of everything I do, everything I get. Well, if you start doing that, well, that will force you to change a habit. So, with that being said, you have pastors that are flying billion-dollar jets, driving Rolls Royces and all this stuff. You're seeing them all over TV with the mega churches. And don't get me wrong, there's no shade being thrown here. But I just want to make this point. Some people see that and be like, I'm not giving him another cent of my change. Well, my mom told me, because I approached my mom with the same thing years and years ago. My mom not giving that crooked pastor my change. And she said, son, I love my mama. She always kept me straight. She said, son, you don't worry about what he does with your giving and your tithings and your offerings. That's not for you. You're doing that for God. You're not doing it for the pastor. See, that made sense to me. So what did that do? That forced me to change my mind about my giving. You know, building fund, tithing, offerings, love offerings, all that. See, it changed my mind. It changed my mind. So I wanted to share that to people because I don't want anybody to let currency, money, change their mind about giving. And that's just an example. So what I want you to think about is this. If I was a pastor, if I had a church or any organization, but I don't have to be church, just any organization where I wanted you to give or contribute to me, the first thing I would let everyone know, this establishment will use Marvel Not Network as a perfect example. This network isn't interested. Let me say it again. This network is not interested, or it's not about your money. This network is about your change. Wait for it. Okay. So again, let's not be stubborn. Let's grow. See, lack of change stymies growth. In order to grow, you have to change. And stubborn people, now I've never understood this. Somebody help me understand this. I've heard a stubborn person say, well, I know I'm stubborn. Well, wait a minute now. If you know you're stubborn and you're being stubborn, well, now you're just being stupid. Because you're reluctant to change. So I want to leave that there for y'all because we all have our situations to where we can apply change for growth. So I want to end it, and I'm going to reiterate that it's not about your dollars. It's about your change. I'm Keith Robinson, digging deep on the Marvel Not Network.